7?
But they need some sort of lockdown onto the Joy. With the ban on the Kaja, now they won't have as much. They do have the glue though, so that could be the counter to this Joy. So they need a way to defend now the Cloud. Maybe they pick up the Lolita themselves, right? Or maybe a Grok.
What about a Mincetar?
A Mincetar. Actually, you're right.
We haven't seen a Mincetar in so long.
That's actually a good pick here for Burning Slash, if ever.
They have the box. They will have the circle.
Marta's first.
Do we have a triangle?
Yeah, no, they're in no rush to pick up a roamer.
Valentina now, right? If you're Blacklist. Or Faramis.
Faramis, Lolita, both still up for grabs. I think the Lolita is going to struggle a bit against a Martis and a Glue.
Faramis and perhaps something to deal with the Glue and the Martis. Maybe a carry, actually. Carry and Faramis here for Blacklist International.
Or they could just go Brody, a good lane as well, up against the Claude. It's just really scary up against the Eve.
And the Glue.
And the Glue.
I know for a fact that Blacklist International love to get lane priorities. And right now, with Burnex Flash already picking up the Claw for themselves, I think Blacklist International needs to play a lot more support role, whereby they can actually help the gold lane. So with that all said,
I forgot about, yes.
The outrange, right.
But then again, it kind of makes it so that the Lolita will even be a better pick for Blacklist International, for Burnex Flash, right? Deals well with the Varia, with Leslie.
Yes.
Decent to stun the Joy. You already have the Glue to kind of lock down the Joy anyways. You're not that required to go for a hard lockdown. There's also that argument that can be made for the Cho. The Way of the Dragon is really delivering the win for Burnex Flash.
Speaking of which, they don't really have a lot of lockdown, don't they?
They don't have lockdown. Not a lot, right? No reliable lockdown.
Don't answer for the Joy as well.
I mean, the Cho would be the best, I think. The Kufra works as well, technically, against Valentina, but this is a big hit or miss. If they're not able to find the Leslie or shut the Leslie down for the early game, which is already a tough task for the Claude to do.
I see the Kufra either working so well because maybe Oh My Venus doesn't spot out D7, given the Astral Echo, but look at how Blacklist has been working, even from a losing angle, even when they're behind. I'm pretty sure they know how to check their bushes, do their homework. You can hear the audience here in Aeon Mall 3, Mian Chai. The Cambodians know that if they do this right, if they take Game 3, Burnex Flash sits at match point, and I don't know what the agents are willing to do here. If they're able to match the energy that the Cambodians are presenting.
This is going to be the make it or break it game for Blacklist International. So much that they have to fight for. Will they be able to do it so in this game number 3 here into the land of dawn? Burnex Flash, they are towering on against Blacklist.
Typically we go for the Leslie. You want to go up against very tanky heroes. That's the idea. You want to chunk them down. This time, there's a lot of mobility on the side of Burnex Flash. With the Claude, you have the Eve that can also take out the Leslie if ever they find the opening. And they also have Kufra and Glue. So, good as it may for the Leslie. So much hype, for sure. But it doesn't mean that it's a sure win.
Fast clear in the mid lane, instantly towards this bottom lane, wanting to put more pressure down and give Owl a better lane as D7 jumps in with Tyrant's Revenge. Able to dish some damage out onto Owl, but Venus does the same thing. It should actually be Burnex Flash with a victory. Almost a solo kill from D7. But he's going to be caught very low. He needs to be careful here as Venus goes for the Astral Spear.
Nice.
Good dodge, good sidestep. The Cambodian crowd roars for it.
So now Blacklist International would have a little bit of priority down at the bottom. They did manage to poke D7 out of that fight. And they are definitely going to make full use of this opportunity since Kufra is all the way back home. Might want to shift things around. C-Cat moved himself down to the southern side. They know that Owl is low in HP. Void Crystal tries to pick him off.
No flicker. Very expensive early on. D7's going to be spotted out, though. Good shield indeed. Good opening from Wise, but Owl's playing this wave very well. He wants to take it slow, but they decide to shove it back to Donut.
With the flicker already used up from the side of Owl, Burnex Flash very likely would want to make full use of this opportunity for the next 120 seconds. This lane must be targeted. They must put more emphasis down the bottom lane, since, let's be honest here, it's a Joy versus Glue. Who's going to die there?
Well, only the one who makes a mistake.
Only the one makes mistakes. The margin of error, what we're looking for. And Edward, meantime,
Split already right now. Venus trying to go for the kill. Shama on the Martis. Still having pretty healthy health bar there. C-Cat gonna get chunked, gonna get spotted out. Yue actually stole away the decimation. D7's looking for Tyrant's Revenge right now. He charges in onto Yue. Not quite finding him, but Yue does a lot of damage back. Wise, 1 level advantage, still having the retribution as he picks up the purple buff. ATM has come back alive after recalling. Chama now going to be engaged on after real world manipulation in the back line as well. Onto Yue, forcing him out. Chama wins out the retreat battle. Wise now caught in the pickle as he's going to be stunned up, but Burnix Flash, no, they got the victory. They got the better trade. They do not need to go for more.
Oh, D7 really participating in the team fight so well. We sat back even when he was very low.
Revenge in the rage. Not sure if this is going to be enough to kill Edward, but now with the split, it definitely is. And the first blood to Burnix Flash.
First blood in a kill that take a turtle. Despite the fact that they don't have enough levels on the Chima, massive wins for Burnix Flash.
just as I was talking about it, Glue versus Joy will die. But apparently I was very wrong. They still managed to get a kill down on Joy, and that is going to be a big thing. But at least we're talking about EXP lanes. That kind of gold deficit and EXP deficit is definitely going to come and equal it out eventually, unless the Joy really just couldn't get himself back on track.
Wow, who would have thought that it will be Burnix Flash to control this game? And well, I would say though, Blacklist International, the focus on the gold lane. That was well done. Donut is not having a good time. Donut is about 1.8k gold, while you can see that Leslie's already at 2.2k. So definitely, there's a massive lead.
Wow, good catch by D7.
That's blind!
Right as he walked on the wall, Venus gets caught, and Donut, he gets the assist now the lane as well. They're going to be clearing it out. They want to go for some more pressure here. And honestly, for Donut, as long as he doesn't die, it's going to be worth it for him.
Never mind what I said. They are helping Donut now.
They're helping Donut really well, but now D7 might actually be caught by Blacklist, but there's no kill pressure from Wise. That's the thing. On this box shot, you can roam around, you can put pressure down, but D7 just walks away out of it.
So eventually, I gotta have to look at D7, right? That blind Tyrant's Revenge. That set things up for the team. That's eventually going to be helping Burnix Flash to get himself that part of the lead. We're looking at a 500, 600 goal difference. That is a still leg place that we are looking at.
ATM joining in the back. Edward trying to do the same right now. D7 goes in for Tyrant's Revenge. Has the rage, and he locks him down. Come on, we'll lose out. How? Wise won the rectory. 50-50 goes to him. Now ATM is still in the back line of Blacklist International. D7 charging that revenge up, but only to disengage. Donut clears out the way. A brilliant steal to ensure this mid-game safety for Blacklist.
Wise really salvaged his team because of that. They were able to win the turtle, so that means that they will get some part of the economy. The fact of the matter remains, though, Donut is now given the license to go for a double lane setup. He now takes up the top lane and the mid lane, as well as some part of the jungle. Whatever it is that happened in the early stages, it's now gone. He is now going to be at par. But the fact that there was a good head start for Owlet means that he will be getting the farm that he needs. Still, Burnix Flash will have their win conditions straightened out.
Remember, we have seen Owl getting... we have seen Donut getting the Blade of Despair plus the Berserker's Fury at 7 minutes into the game. So now the question is if whether Owl is able to keep up to that tempo and beat Donut in terms of timing. Because the 9 minutes mark is what we want to look out for. The 9 minutes mark is when Burnix Flash eventually activates themselves.
I don't know. I think it really depends on Donut, right? He has those item power spikes. Right now he's on course for the DHS Golden Staff, but did he build boots, or is he greeting for just the Golden Staff again, similar to his Leslie game in game number 2?
This is probably just going to be a greedy game. Since
Donuts
can't just really clear the way fast. He do have priority. Just go in, blazing duet, get out of there, and he will be able to find a lot more value in some other parts of the map. Speaking of some other parts of the map, Wise
sprint committed. Donut still able to actually. Wow, D7 on the back C-Cat with a kill.
Nice.
Donut! He survives! 1 HP! Venus War isn't able to find the kill. And that's incredible value right as the Turtles pause for Burnix Flash.
Oh, two teams that's really playing it well. Wise, very commendable jump onto Weiss because what he did was to cut off the double lane that Donut wanted to do. But then again, Donut was able to dodge the plate coming out from Weiss. That's why he didn't die. And he survived through all my Venus. All the while, D7 found the opening on the on Owl, opposing gold laner.
Little wins, it builds up Wise. If he steals
No
this,
way.
oh my! Drive-by! Steals it away!
Oh my god.
Absolutely disgusting. I would have thought that Blood
No way.
had that priority. I mean, he did. They were holding on to the turtle for so long.
What the heck?
He's on a different planet,
That
man.
was a drive-by, literally.
Oh, I can't
Hello,
believe
McDonald's,
it.
how can I help you?
I'm in disbelief that happened. Vertex Flash are already en route to control this game. Weiss makes 2 good plays. Wasn't able to connect onto the kill of Donut, but he still managed to do the right call against Vertex Flash. Then he gets the turtle number 3. And now he's owning this part of the map as well. You're gonna have to really give big props to this guy. Utilizing the Baksha, all of the utilities that you have for the Baksha to its full, full potential.
The timing was just bloody impeccable. Wise is so used to this. He's so immersed in the role of the jungle. And he knows how to be the king of the jungle. He's constantly getting all these retributions in. Game number 2, that was a fluke. Wise wants to show that Blacklist International, him himself, is still the king of the jungle regardless.
Holy moly, Donut's gonna be dove on now with Blazing Duet. Why is gonna be locked down? But he's too tanky. He popped in the Tortoise's Poisons earlier. Now D7 might just take all of it, all the damage. Real world manipulation as well. Owl dealing the damage onto the back line. Edward jumping in, finding the kill. D7's next to the chopping block as D7's still gonna be able to survive for a bit until Edward comes down for a double. Meanwhile, Chama in the back looking for the decimation as ATM helps him in his task for glory. One more shot for Chama. It's miscalculated, and Owl should be able to find the kill. Now it's a flicker from ATM to lock Owl down. Now with the kite, ATM will not be able to escape right now as he pops in a split. A few more hits, and Edward finds his 3rd kill in this team fight. 2,000 gold lead instantly towards Blacklist.
So many clutch stuff that happened. Weiss, for example, Donut was already out, but he had to cancel the recall. Now he gets hit by Weiss. Weiss then is getting killed, but there was an exchange for Blacklist. When I wanted to recall back, he was hit by the...
What the? What the heck? What just happened?
out, but he had to cancel the recall. Now he gets hit by Weiss. Weiss
Go.
is getting killed, but there was an exchange for Blacklist. When Owl wanted to recall back, he was hit by the ultimate of Owl that canceled this recall, and he was taken out eventually by Edward. Edward, as well as Oh My Venus, is combining, and Owl, combining for that. But Yue with that Terrify, so that he was able to cancel the animation of ATM. ATM could not complete the stacks, so that he will be able to pop the grab on to Yue just because of one Terrify.
Another Terrify, just pure lockdown. D7 wants to look for a re-engage right now, but just pops the tyrants of Bandits. US steals away to RWM. Now locked down and C-Cast RWM as his Flip comes down. He's looking for the mount. He's not able to find it right now. Owl's free hitting, one more shot. Soaks it up with the split.
Oh!
In the back, running the damage, but it's not enough to take anyone down. Edward.
Ooh. Kiva on it.
Was waiting. On a battle mirror image, Blacklist have outsmarted Burnex Flash. But in the back, running the damage, but it's not enough to take anyone down. Edward was waiting on a battle mirror image. Blacklist have outsmarted Burnex Flash.
Yue and Oh My Venus were all so close. And this is probably one of the good things that we are looking at from the side of ATM. When he pops into split, no one can hit him as long as he's running backwards.
Oh my, Chama, you cannot enter here.
No way, Chama.
Oh My Venus, nice!
Out by Edward. Burning Splash. ATM was able to find it
Lord.
somehow, some way, but Wise. Now 100-0. Lord taken for Blacklist.
A very different kind of game from the side of Blacklist International now. This is very reminiscent to game number 1. But they're technically having a little bit better control as compared to before.
There has somebody has to step up for Blacklist International after that game 2 loss. And now Edward and Wise, they're really stepping up. Edward reading the map so well, knowing that Burning Flash eventually will utilize the strength of the Claude, waited for the right moment to strike and really shut down what Burning Flash wanted to do. And then there's Wise. All throughout this game, man, he's playing so well.
I think it really boils down to playing around the rotations of Edward. They're trying to unlock Edward and trying to make sure that Edward is constantly around the map and making full use of that lane priority. Shut the wave out as much as possible. Don't care about ATM. This blue is not worth your time. Focus your time somewhere else.
Lord's gonna be slain though. Blacklist unable to utilize this. Lord to take a tier 2 up top. They should be able to take this tier 1 in the mid lane unless, yeah, Burning Splash cleared out. Burning Splash doing pretty good damage control right now as Blacklist are unable to siege on the turrets, but that wave crashes down top and bottom. Tier 2 is falling.
I think that they more or less have been able to get the dividends out of that sink the first Lord. Most of the time when taking the first Lord, you'll want to bring out all of the outer turrets. But Burning Flash, they understood that they need the middle lane turrets. They need the first tier defense turrets as much as possible. Everyone was preparing themselves for a siege of that one.
Full commit out to Wise. But Edward's in the back right now. He's gonna be able to buy some time. It's not gonna be Owl once again. Free hitting the back.
ATM.
That should be ATM down. Real world manipulation by CK. Now, and Donut to follow it up in the back. Zoning Venus away. You win finding the decimation. Chama does the same. Edward's next to the chopping block. Donut's gonna be taken down to the bottom lane. And this is Chama versus Edward 1v1. Edward's winning it. There's no way for Chama to run. Edward has sustained and Yue has capitalized. A triple kill for what looked like Blacklist's demise.
Oh, Blacklist International did not panic. Surely there was a good jump coming up from D7. Catching important heroes. Donut was taken out, but they remained composure. Oh my Venus. He tags Yue. He calls him. And then they went in for Donut instead. They let Chima get the kill onto Wise. Then Edward buys enough time. Yue was able to get the kill onto Donut. Eventually the triple kill. Really calm and composed. Blacklist International, despite D7 having a good jump, they did not lose their composure.
I gotta have to say, D7, that jump was great. As you see, Torrent's Revenge and Rage, but it kind of seems as though Donut's damage on the DPS is just not necessarily quite that. He was kind of like doing a flyby as well.
Yep. Oh my Venus went out of the map to outplay Donut, and Donut was far too exposed. Edward had so much room to work with, so many units to utilize his dash, and of course, Marty's at this point, it's not that strong anymore.
At this point, up against an Owl who is scaled up against an Ovaria with Impure Rage, Roamer, that has so many resources. Chima, let's see if quality is better than quantity. Will he be able to win this one, the big one? ATM already forced to use the split as Owl tries to run him down. Shield Unity already jumping in. ATM very low, mounting Yue now. D7 in the back. Edward's forced to use the Vengeance early. Donut's forced to recall. Lord has been reset. Meanwhile, Yue chasing ATM down. How can he escape? The answer is he cannot. Yue finds the kill, and Blacklist International will get the Lord for free. Burning Splash, no resources to open this up.
The follow-up is now gone to the side of Burning Flash. Wait, which is going to be Owl.
Chama as well now. Oh, a snipe from downtown from Venus.
That's a position 5, by the way. That's a roamer.
Painful things coming up from the side of Blacklist International. They understood that they're gonna have to poke their way in. They have a lot of high ground. Let's not forget about that. Yue can even take away the RWM. Even more ways where Burning Flash can't even get themselves out of it. Yes, we have D7 and Shamar. They do have a way to eventually get themselves out of it without being immobilized. But the main thing is really just to expend all of these resources from the side of Burning Flash.
Speaking of RWM, I think that Burning Flash haven't utilized that real-world manipulation to its full potential. At the same time, it seems like they're not tactically using it. So they have to do a better job. Seacat is a good mid laner, right? So you can go back to whenever he is being the MVP for the team, you have to kind of unleash that kind of Seacat with wherein they use the Nook mages strategically. Now they just pop in it just for the sake of utilizing it. That should not be happening for Burning Flash. And Chima also needs to step up.
I like how Burning Flash has already cleared the middle wave creeps. So the only thing that they need to focus on is the top and the bottom lane. But that is a lot of avenues that they're gonna have to cover. A lot of space that they have to close up on. Burning Flash, they focus on the Lord. Blacklist International, they're not necessarily looking to wipe out the entire base of Burning Flash. They want to play in the most disciplined way possible. And this is just pretty much part of their MO.
Yep. Battle of attrition for Blacklist International. They will always... Okay.
Force the flicker, but Seacat's taken low. Edwards jumping in the back line. Needs to be careful, though. Often bit of Chama zoning. Both teams disengaging. Chama's taken low, though. That's a few good shots from Blacklist and a burn. And that's a valuable resource. Look at Burning Flash. They did not burn a flicker, a sprint. Owl has no flicker. This is the time span. This is the golden opportunity for burn.
Neat defense. Twilight Armor picked up by Chama, but it's not going to be enough. When it comes to the gold lane, however, it's so difficult to be in the position of Donut. Do you go for a magic defense, like Athena Shield perhaps, or Radiant Armor or lesser, or maybe a Rose Gold Meteor? Or do you go back to the Wind of Nature? I guess if you're thinking about like the actual value of the team fight of Blacklist International, it's better to go for magic defense instead of the Wind of Nature. But that means that Owl might find an opening against him.
I think that right now, either one would really work. Because at this point in time, even when we are looking at fights, the main DPS from Donut is no longer from the Blazing Duet. Just standing down itself, just hunkered down, basic attacks, that's going to threaten the front lines a lot. So I think that Burn X Flash, whatever they wants to go for, the Athena Shield or perhaps the Wind of Nature, both of them is still applicable because we are still looking at good amount of damage from Edward, Yue, or Venus when it comes down to Athena Shield, and one of the main damage dealers from Owl.
I don't think the Wind of Nature is applicable at all.
At all.
Like nothing. There's nothing to negate here for physical damage. It's true damage of magic coming down as ATM now. He's going to be caught. Has some damage placed onto him, but Wise is caught as well now in a mobility field. Donut with Athena Shield is zoning everyone away. You at? Wow! He finds his decimation very low now in the back. And Owl will wipe them all. 3 members down for Burn X Flash. A fight that looked good once again for BXF has turned on its back.
My mind slipped, and I thought that, wait, Blacklist International, when did they have got a Martis? This decimate after decimate. It seems like we have seen this time and time again and before.
Let's see if they can defend this right now. Only a cannon minion, 2 cannon minions to be. Oh my god! Disgusting damage, and it should just be Blacklist International! Game number 3. Match point for Blacklist.
The game for Burn X Flash to win. But unfortunately, it seems as though they managed to outplay Blacklist International in game number 2. But in game number 3, Blacklist International regained control. They got themselves right back over to the driver's seat and took control of this game right by Burn X Flash's neck.
Gentlemen, there were so many questions on the Baxia pick, why it was picked up after losing the game. Well, you saw that the early game was again because of Wise, but it wasn't just his effort that salvaged this series for the side of Blacklist International. D7 landed a good ultimate, they all regained composure. Yue now unleashed. In the last play, it was also Yue being the beast. Taking all of the damage coming out from Donut, regaining his composure, popping the Shadow Strike, then eventually the stolen Decimate. That was converted to magic damage, and with a lot of items in the Valentina, you really take out Marksman so easily.
This is a tough fight for Burn X Flash as we enter over to match point. They have done well so far. Blacklist International is still holding on to their guns. They have dropped the anchor and they refuse to budge.
What a series right now that we are seeing, that we are witnessing in day number 3 of the knockout stages. I can only hope for a full best of 5, but it looks like Blacklist have reclaimed momentum. And this is a scary Blacklist, Blacklist that woke up, as Leo put it.
And did they not? But just the same, it was expected that Blacklist would wake up and play out of their minds. Wise with the back-to-back drive-by retribution steals made up for more than what we saw in the record-breaking performance in Game 2. But just the same, I don't know if you fellas agree, did it seem like maybe this time in all 3 games so far in this best of 5, Burn X Flash may be out of sync? Is this the most out of sync we've ever seen Burn X Flash?
I agree.
In today's matchup?
Yeah, the fact that the drive-by happened, it was Wise. He was actually cosplaying Mirko because Mirko, very good at retribution with his drive-by.
Yes.
Yes, with your sports car. But you can see that Chima was not feeling it with the Martis. Additionally, Seacat's usage of the real-world manipulation was so questionable all throughout this game.
And it's in that mayhem, Edward's Joy just took advantage. Edward's Joy was everywhere. And when you see a team of very talented athletes scramble, Edward just has his way.
Yes.
Mr. Depada.
Mr. Depada. A lot of people are saying, where is Edward in the first 2 games? It was almost, almost unnoticeable.
He's downloading.
He was downloading, but game number 3, hey, he was everywhere. maybe in the heat map. All right, 5 to 10 minutes. This is where they were able to get control of the map back. He rotated up to the top to punish Donut, and then he kills Donut once again in the mid lane. So right after the laning stage, he already downloaded how ATM's glue operates. It's really, in game number 2, he tried to fight against glue head on, but this time he completely avoided the glue, only waiting for the right moment, also punishing the Martis. So not only did he make it so difficult for Donut to play in this game, he also shut down Chima eventually.
And when he understood that there's no point in fighting the glue, his team needs him.
Yes.
And so far, throughout all of the games in Blacklist International, he have always been the pivotal player in team fights.
I think it wasn't just that they were playing out of sync. It was also the drafts that, in my opinion, was a little bit questionable, right? I mean, when you pick up the Claude in the first phase and then you let go of the Joy first pick over to the enemy team, you would expect maybe a Kaja, you would expect a Leslie ban, a Brody ban, a Carry ban, but they instead went for the Beatrix and the Minotaur. Funnily enough, I feel like the Minotaur wouldn't have given them that many problems. Remember, it's a Claude with good mobility, can escape, can bring Purify. It was a Yve with anti-CC, RWM built into his kit, and it was a Martis with a Mortal Coil. Not a lot of members on Burning Flash could have actually been fully punished by the Minotaur. But yet they still let the Leslie go. They still, even though, you know, Donut, he knows this matchup. He knows it is just horrible. Horrible for the Claude.
And I'm thinking, what if they, instead of going for the Martis is understandable why they pick it up, but maybe what if they pick up the Bane instead, right? Because they were actually using it anyways. Going with the Eve, you have so much territorial control. Maybe the drive-by might not happen as much had it been that they picked up a different hero aside from the Martis. But it is what it is. Blacklist International, you know, snagging this Leslie pick. Typically, it will not work against this kind of composition, but because of how freely he was able to hit against Burnix Flash, still A-okay in this game.
I mean, look at Owl, man. He saw Donut in game number 1. I mean, game number 2. He says, "I'll do you one better." 3 BODs. He's going for a third one. No way he goes melting.
Definitely gonna be a third BOT back then.
This is okay. So now we look at Burnex Flash, right? They pretty much have got everything that they want. CCAT throughout this entire game, he pretty much went for utility first, right? Just the typical side. He would want to get the slows down. He would want to avoid every form of movements up and forward. But unfortunately, we are looking at an Edward and a Wise, both of which have got great maneuver and got great mobility. And such, Yves RWM doesn't really always seem to be in the most prime position, and just doesn't seem to work out very well.
It's because the box setup by Burnex Flash isn't as threatening as it could be.
Right.
And now I'd like to bring back a concept that maybe Burnex Flash can use in Game 4 when we get there. The swimming pool.
The
Wolf
swimming pool.
knows the swimming pool.
Let's go.
I haven't seen a Martis struggle this hard in a while.
That's right.
And now you can see clearly in this 90-minute bout, a Martis does very little from a losing perspective. When you're on the back foot, Martis will do very little. He's a snowball type of hero. So now, what if this was the Bane? Let's think. What if it was the Bane? They would have so much better high ground defense. They would have better re-engage, and they would have access to the swimming pool.
Exactly. That's true. Eve plus the Bane, that would have been a perfect territorial control coming out from Burn X Flash, and we saw that they were successful with it. They utilized it against Iris GSG. In fact, that was 2 days ago, and we were so impressed of that kind of strategy from Burn X Flash. Additionally, though, if they utilize a different hero aside from the Martis, which is not focused on kills, maybe they could have taken away the
Brawl, kill nobody, brawl. One game, ja så. Rocks, brawl kill you. Fast. X flights. Well. 10 minute time. Minute time कॉलेज ना देखो. Oh fuck. Give me Sony goes it. कस्तो ल्याग भएको? ल. They're fixing not bad really. त्यति सेमिफाइनल कहाँ पुग्छ त ब्याड भएको भए चाहिँ Thank you, my Sound ball Just a minute. Okay. Cara, det är... Kosta tuli redan. Molnen lang grej. Nice.
In 8th strike of the Baksha. Baksha was picked up, or maybe a
Matrix
Brody.
is a safe pick. Brody as well, but do they want
purple. So this is mostly going down to the southern side. But once that is done, he'll eventually make his way to the northern side, and that is where he will be able to get his level 4. Otherwise, he will need to wait a little bit more time before he can eventually get that.
So good. I mean, they did not pick the Natalia just for the sake of countering the Novaria. They actually have a plan against Blacklist.
I mean, they also found and knew that, yes, Wise is doing this from top to bottom, just from the single jungle creep that is available, that is closest to the first tier defense turret in the middle. All the information is out there.
No heavy spin anymore. But still no Petrify for ATM. Still, massive ultimate that's not available for Blacklist.
If Chama chooses a time to, pop off with his retreat, now is the best time to do so. Blacklist with match point, they need it. This is the last hope for the Cambodians.
It is all about disciplined play from the side of Blacklist International. It's either they would want to keep the Natalia in the main team fight and use Novaria as this bait, or do they just want to find a way to unlock Brody? That is the big question. In the meantime, ATM...
Wise wins it in the 50-50. Chuma is going to be bursted down, but Yin Yang overturn as well. ATM still surviving. Venus not able to connect right there. Seacat steals it with a heavy spin to disengage. D7 unable to find an opening in that skirmish.
First turtle going down to Blacklist International.
Oh my god. You see, Edward just knows his job so well. The reason why Wise was able to win the 50-50 is, without the heavy spin, is because of Edward. The stun connects. And he knows that Chima will eventually be showing himself. Didn't even have to use the flicker for that play. That is how good Edward was.
Let's see what they do here in the second minute of the game. What does Burning Splash need to find at this point, at this stage, to turn it around? Because Blacklist, now with the Kagura, with a Brody, with a Lapu, the snowball potential is massive.
I really like to see this Lapu in the hands of Edward. So far, it was always just joy and trying to get himself the priority and such. But this time, with the Lapu, you're playing things a little bit safer. You're not trying to win in the lanes. You just want to play safe and eventually get to where you are. Especially since you're fighting against a Yuzhong here. Let's remember that.
Yin Yang overturn and the bravest fighter there. A few more hits under the turret. A clean dive from Blacklist International. Jamal looks for a trade, but is unable to find anything here. Uses the retribution. It's a slow. That is it.
It's not advisable for him to stay near. They need to give the farm to Yu Zhang. And already Blacklist International are leading by 1,000 gold. That's all of those mini moves that Blacklist International have been able to do allows them to get a massive lead with just a 2-0. You see, Wise utilize the heavy spin just to take out and steal that orange buff. That was a massive play for Blacklist, and now they have so much of an opening in the early stages.
Also, how much of a lead does Edward have on top of ATM? Because I'm pretty sure that an entire creep wave is pretty much missed out from the side of ATM.
Yeah, maybe.
So it could pretty much translate to a single $600 item.
600 gold.
600 gold. Yes. Oh, really? 600 gold. Okay.
Oh, heavy spin responded over by heavy spin. Jamal walks up, but he still misses the retreat. It's Wise who picks it up, staying composed as ever. ATM with a Black Dragon form. He shouldn't be able to do anything. Meanwhile, Owl picking up the turret plating in the bottom lane, getting so much gold for himself and snowballing, pushing it even further.
I don't know about this, but for the side of Burning Flash, they have been reacting more than attacking.
Yeah. Oh, Wise is just so good at the jungle.
DMI gets him out. D7 with a few damage hits onto UM, but Wise will not be able to steal away the orange buff this time. Chama forced to retreat.
A lot of movements from the side of Blacklist International. They would want to even get themselves the proxy down to the southern side. They want to push this all the way through. Give Owl all of that gold.
Blacklist
Give all of the
Blacklist.
farm and just funnel everything else out. It's unfortunate though, the Torn Apart memory didn't quite work out for them, but Wise
Pinned down. Yin Yang overturn from Yue to pick the kill up. Blacklist just rolling in this game. 2.6 thousand gold lead. No stopping Blacklist for now.
That's a free turret down in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense for ATM to try to go for a counter, to want to find a counter value all the way up to the top lane.
Wise is playing the side of the jungle that should belong to Burnix Flash.
It's like vertical jungling, isn't it?
Vertical jungling. Not even just vertical jungling. It's like literally just taking everything that he wanted.
It's a square jungle. It's
It's
the
a square
whole
jungle.
Jungle. No, the entire jungle is
It's
just
entire
his,
jungle. It's just
right?
his map. Wise is just owned this game. And by the way, this is not the first time. I think all 4 games that we saw this game, Wise was just phenomenal. Even in the game that they lost, as the Baksha, he was 3-0-3 in the first 5 minutes. That's how active he was. And now he's 2-0 or 0-0-2. I mean, out of the 3 kills that they have in the first 6 minutes, leading by a lot when it comes to AXP. He's level 9 while Chimaz is level 8.
With the turtle spawned up, the entirety of Blacklist International wants to get themselves the turtle priority. They're hanging around the riverbed and they're just waiting for the perfect time. Opening up all these brushes, Oh My Venus even with the Astro Echo. He did manage to find one, but Burnex Flash, it seems like they understood where they stand. They understood that they cannot possibly take this away from the hands of Wise. Otherwise, the gap widens.
3 turtles. The gap is as wide as it can be for Blacklist in the 7th minute of the game. Owl is also snowballed. D7's trying to get some vision here, but he's actually going to be read out by Venus. Some damage placed down, but D7 caught in a bad spot. Now Owl as well. This should just be a free kill over. There's nowhere to run. D7 has been taken out.
I don't know about this. This Natalia play is very different from what we have seen against the RSG. They haven't really been producing much results.
Yeah, well, this is because it was a 3rd pick, Natalia. And all they had to do was to pick up Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu, not going to be concerned. Has a ton of armor or physical damage defense. You have the Brody that's unparted by the Natalia.
Probably just tunnel vision onto just bringing Oh My Venus down. That's just how much respect that they have for Oh My Venus's the Novaria. To get it.
That's why I felt like the like ATM's Yuzhong might not be the case. Because the thing with Natalia, if you want to pick up the Natalia, somebody always has to stay in lane. Yuzhong don't want to do that. You want a team fight afterwards, right? You want to get a kill. You need something like a sustain. Like, yeah, Uranus, your Esmeralda, perhaps the Joy at a certain point. Heroes that stay in lane. So that everybody else will be busy. You'll have your shot at clearing out some, getting a pick-off, perhaps.
But D7 wanders around. He's trying to look for these small little opportunities that is presented to him. Now, even if they have the Natalia, they don't have the control of the river. He can kill, technically speaking, once he's got an item and once they have got return lead, right? They should be able to get himself the kill onto the Kakura, being one of the biggest problems in the team. Look at a Yin Yang overturn. What can he do to D7?
Well, he can burst him down. That's clear right now. I don't think...
That's slow, buddy.
There's one back. Burner finally on the board. Chima looking for an opening here onto the Lord, but it does seem like Blacklist International should be able to take this for free. No contest whatsoever. Burn put their resources up top. Donut isn't even able to go for a trade. It's Blacklist with a free Lord.
Blacklist is just keeping to their code. They're just playing their average game. It's like as though they never lost a single game. Because that is a big thing. The fact that Blacklist International lost to Burnex Flash for game number 2, I would have thought that it would have affected them. But it didn't. They're still calm, they're still composed, and they're still disciplined.
Wise with a heavy spin, trying to buy some time or trying to open up some space. Owl, turn apart memory. Does it get him? No. Chima is able to escape. Barely almost gets him.
Did Natalia get hit by the Astral Echo? No, he didn't. Utilize it. All the same, you can see Blacklist International just owning the map. Wise taking away the buff once again. Utilizing the Lord so that the lanes will naturally push. And then they will take out the mid lane turret. Gonna be moving into the middle. It's gonna be difficult for
This is a very... It feels very much of a front to back from the side of Burnex Flash, right? The way that they have played. They want to target over to the back lines, but in the meantime, they just doesn't seem like they have the confidence to do so. they probably understood that if they were to jump into the backlines, the entirety of Blacklist just crumbles and collapses on them. But shouldn't that be the value that we should be looking out for? Try to find a couple of trades, like between ATM for someone else. That's the death should make sense.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they decided to go for this Yuzhong and they haven't been utilizing it like what they did in game number 3, where the real world manipulation just doesn't really connect to benefit the Burn X Flash members. This time they're not team fighting.
They're losing this game.
Yeah,
It's like they're running out of charcoal or coal, rather.
for sure.
And it's just not pumping.
Ronaldo didn't spot D7 there, but finally does now. Skill 2 in front. First skill, that's the ultimate. Smoke screen for D7. Wise comes down.
Oh!
Gets him. Cat isn't in time. Yin overturn. Oh! Barely connects. Venus almost just took C-Cat down.
Absolutely uncharacteristic to see a marksman chasing after an assassin.
ATM now with the Black Dragon form. Owl with the nature. With a wind chant. Pop. Able to escape. No heavy spin this time for Blacklist International as Donut is still clearing it out in the mid lane.
And
We still have 30 seconds left
I-
until the Lord comes out.
yeah, but then again, there's really no team fight for the side of Burn X Flash.
I mean, we're looking at a 6,000 goal lead in favor of Blacklist International. What kind of possibility can Burn X Flash look out for? Because they do have Natalia. They
Yep.
can find trades.
Maybe, but they will have to wait for Donut to reach maximum items. I don't think if you place this correctly, he will not be bursted out by the. By this Yin Yang overturn perhaps, or maybe by Owl. Then rely on D7. At this point, ATM is just a starter for team fights. He's not gonna be able to find the opening in the backlines.
I understand that they would want to extend this game for a little while longer in order for Donut to eventually get to the power of spike
That's
that they
the
want.
only option here.
And D7 can eventually get there as well, because once the D7 has got the item that you want, Owl is more or less dead. It's actually not just Owl. Oh, my Venus will be dead, Yue will be dead, but X Flash would have a 1-for-1 trade no matter how it is going to be like.
But as it stands, they cannot team fight at all.
They can't, yeah, they can't. So in the mid stages of the game, that is the missing link that we're looking at, isn't it?
Perhaps, yes.
Oh, Raven Spider, D7's gonna be caught in the stun as well with a flicker.
Oh!
Solo kill from Agent Zero.
You can't do that against Lapu. Natalia versus Lapu, that's gonna spell doom. So much armor, so much physical defense. Really no way for Natalia to win against
Donut's gonna be shut down. US with the Yin Yang overturn.
Let's not forget the Astral Echo. The debuff was on him as well. All right? The Yin Yang overturn damage was insane. But the question is, what was he doing
Mushroom
there?
orang kan lagi
I don't know how to answer that because
Oh,
now
game Fakong.
they will suffer from that kind of pickup. 14
Fakong stand
minutes.
dia bagi
Might
dia.
lose an inhibitor because of this.
A 10,000 gold lead for Blacklist International. They're marching down, sieging the base, not giving any mercy. ACM with the Furious Dive. Bedford gonna be able to cancel it out. With the Bravest Spider, anti-CC. Venus is looking for the Astral Sphere, but they will just utilize the Enhanced Lord still in that top lane. Gonna be crashing down. Chuma isolated from the team. Now Brock back with a heavy spin. D7 in the back line. Corner dive, but it's gonna be Yue again. Able to lock him down. Donut with a blazing duet in desperation, but ATM will fall to Agent Zero. Lord on the base. Burn X Flash falling one by one. The embers and the flames have been extinguished. Blacklist International have knocked the Cambodians out.
The first team that has made their way up and climbing it all through to the grand finals. Blacklist International. Ladies and gentlemen, bear witness.
Skål Hugo.
Another grand finals for the VY stand-up and the entirety of Blacklist International, and they did it in style. Burn X Flash, very well done in the first 2 games of the
on super, but let's see. I think it's actually. Nó sẽ cho đỡ rồi, nếu đang ngành sẽ đỡ. Cái gì đó. के छ भने भन्न खोइ त ह्याङ भयो
I've been waiting for too long.
4v5.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! To be, or not to be. First blood! Faster and faster. Double kill! Triple kill! Slain an enemy. Down. One strike, one kill. Speed, precision, and strength. Keep up the rhythm. Double kill. Enemy double kill. Our turret is under attack. Speed, precision, and strength. An enemy has been slain. Faster and faster. Keep up the rhythm. Our turret has been destroyed. Double kill. Triple kill. Shut down. One strike, one kill. Shut down. Enemy has been slain. Launch attack. One strike, one kill. Enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Ally has been slain. Ally has been slain. You have been slain. Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain. precision and strength. To be or not to be. Keep up the rhythm.
Oj, no.
Faster and faster. One strike, one skill. Request backup. Hit faster and faster. You have slain an enemy.
Nice tank.
One strike, one kill.
Killing spree.
Keep up the rhythm. To be or not to be.
Hey, not bad. Shut down. Victory!
What the fuck?
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! Request all troops deployed!
I'll return the favor to the stars. The stars see all, but they never care. The stars lit up a path from... Come to me!
Launch attack! Rain of stars!
Come to me!
Shine for me!
Rain of stars! Meet your end.
Initiate
Come to
retreat.
me. It's destined. Everyone gets to make their own path. Come to me. Shine for me. By the will of the stars.
An enemy has been slain.
Rain of... Come to me. Behold the stars. Rain of stars.
Attack! Okay, ult is not ready. Enemy missing.
Come to me. Shine for me.
Request backup.
Rain of stars. Come to me. Stargazers only see the past. What I want, however, is to reshape the future. Come to me. Rain of stars, shine for me.
An ally.
Celestial revelation. Come to me.
Launch attack.
Rain of stars. Come to me. Rain of stars.
An ally has been slain.
Come to me.
Enemy missing.
Get lost in the stardust. Come to me. Stargazing is not lonely in Eruditio. Flare.
Launch attack.
Stellar confinement. Rain of stars. Rain of stars. Come to me.
Launch attack. An enemy has been slain.
Rain of stars.
Double kill.
Come to me. By the will of the stars. Brilliant.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Rain of stars. Come to me. Rain of stars. Celestial revelation. Come to me.
Killing spree.
Rain of stars.
Mega kill. An ally has slain
Come to
the
me.
turtle.
Shine for me.
to me. Ult is not ready.
Shine for me. Rain of stars. Meet your end.
Come to me.
Rain of stars.
Unstoppable.
Come to me.
Launch
Shine
attack.
for me.
Double kill.
Rain
Triple
of
kill.
stars.
Well played.
Stellar confinement.
Come to me.
Shine for me.
Everyone, come to me.
Rain of stars.
Hey, not bad. Mega kill. Initiate retreat.
Back to the embrace of the night sky.
Come to me.
Shine for me.
Come to me. Ult is not ready.
Shine for me. Celestial revelation. Rain of stars.
Launch attack.
Rain of stars.
Legendary.
Come to me.
Launch attack.
Shine for me.
Double kill. Come to me. Hey, not bad. Victory!
Pain is the proof.
The falling star. Brought us here.
Beatrix burde ikke løne. Ting hazing. The game.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds until the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
The 9 billion stars above. I know every one of them.
Rain of stars!
The stars see all, but they never care.
Rain of stars!
Come to me.
Rain of stars!
Come to me.
Launch attack!
Get lost in the stardust.
Oh, yeah.
Come to me. Shine for me. Everyone gets to make their own path. Brilliant.
Rain of stars! First blood!
Hey, not bad.
Back to the embrace of the
Enemy
night
has been
sky.
slain!
A kind of blueness. Boundlessness. Come to me. Shine for me.
Enemy has been slain! Rain of stars!
Come to me.
Ult is not ready.
Shine for me.
Launch attack! Rain of stars!
Come to me.
Enemy has been slain!
Rain of stars. Come to me.
Mm.
Rain of stars! Slain an enemy! Come to me! Rain of stars! Killing spree! An enemy has been slain! Come to me! Rain of stars! Shine for me! Slain an enemy!
Go back to where you belong.
Oh.
Rain of stars! Celestial revelation! Come to me! Shine for me! An ally has slain the turtle! Come to me! Ult is ready. Rain of stars! Come to me! Shine for me! Ult is ready.
It's destined.
Come to me! Rain of stars!
The paths of stellar confinement.
An enemy has been slain.
By the will of the stars.
Come to me! Shut down!
I can't fall.
Ult is not ready.
Time to look for new possibilities.
Ult is not ready. Mega kill! Come to me! Rain of stars! Shine for me! An enemy has been slain! Shut down! Come to me! Rain of stars! Slain an enemy! Celestial revelation! Shine for me! Killing spree!
Hey, not bad.
Rain of stars! Come to me! Shine for me! Rain of stars! Flame, come to me! Come to me! Your team destroyed a turret! Your team destroyed a turret!
Stargazers only see the past.
Come to me!
Stellar confinement.
Launch attack! Shine for me! Rain of stars! Enemy has been slain! Come to me! Shine for me! Killing spree! Enemy has been slain! Rain of... Come to me! Shine for me! Rain of stars! Come to me! Rain of stars! Celestial
Hey, not bad.
enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Nice one, yeah. Is it good, MM?
Your team destroyed a turret.
Back to the embrace of the night sky. to me. Rain of stars, shine for me. Meet your end. Come to me.
An ally has slain the turtle. Mega kill.
Shine for me. Rain of stars.
Good game.
Rain of come to me. Get stellar confinement. Come to me. Shine for me.
Monster kill.
Rain of stars. Come to me. Shine for me.
Killing spree. Double
Rain
kill.
of stars. Come to me. Shine for me.
Your team destroyed a
Rain
turret.
of stars. Come to me. Shine for me. I have my destiny on my fingertips.
Your team
Come to me.
destroyed a turret.
Shining on the outside, yet dark within.
Ult is not ready.
Come to me. Shine for me. The paths of life are come to me. Shine for me. Celestial revelation. Flare. Come to me. Rain of stars. Come to me.
Request backup. Godlike.
My home.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Stars.
Let's get the Lord. Launch attack.
Come to me. The stars lit up a path for me and dimmed my own light. Rain of stars.
Battle
Come to me. Stargazing is not
legendary.
Stellar confinement.
Enemy had owned
Come to me. Shining on the outside, yet dark within. Come to me.
Let's get the Lord.
Shine for me.
Legendary.
Come to me. Shine for me. The paths of life are not in the stars, but beneath our feet. Come to me. Shine for me. Rain of stars. Celestial revelation.
Enemy has been slain. Unstoppable.
Rain of stars. Come to me.
Team destroyed the turret. Legendary.
Hey,
Rain of
not
stars.
bad.
Come to me. Shine for me. Rain of stars. Come to me. I have my destiny on my fingertips. Come to me.
Legendary.
Shine for me. Rain of stars. Stellar confinement.
Monster kill.
Rain of stars. Come to me. Shine for me. Rain of stars. Come to me.
Come to me. Your team destroyed. Our turret is under attack. Rain of stars. Celestial revelation. Our turret has been destroyed.
Oh, fuck you.
Careful. Down.
Time to look for new possibilities.
Our turret has been destroyed. Enemy has slain. Rain of stars. Stellar confinement. Come to me.
Stargazing is not lonely in Eruditio.
Come to me.
My home has long gone with those stars.
Come to me. Rain of stars. Come to me.
Stargazers only see the past. What I want,
Launch
however,
attack.
is to reshape.
Come to me. Shine for me. Celestial revelation. An enemy has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed. Come to me. Shine for me. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Come to me. Shine for me. Stellar confinement. Shine for me. Rain of stars. Initiate
The
retreat.
stars see all, but they
Come to me. Rain of stars. Come to me.
shining on the outside, yet dark within.
Come to me. Rain of stars.
I have my destiny on my fingertips.
Thank you. Come to me. Shine for me. Celestial revelation. Come to me.
Everyone gets to make their own path.
Oh, fuck.
An ally has been
My bad, my bad.
Initiate retreat. Our turret is under attack. The enemy
Back
has
to the
been
embrace of the night sky.
Our turret has been destroyed. Rain of stars. Come to me. Shine for me. Rain of stars. Come to me.
Fuck you. Sen senin ne diyeyim? How?
Defeat.
How? Hello.
$3,000 See value in me? You should.
Oh fuck. Jungle and blades.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches. Batteries deployed. Smash them!
Your appraiser is... No questions asked. No secrets told. It should have been me, not him. Face me!
Well played.
No sweat.
Initiate retreat!
Greetings from Los Pecados. Single-handedly.
First blood.
House Vance doesn't need friends, but I do. I'm not doing this for nothing.
Ally has been slain.
Those who stare at the star ended up having one.
Request backup.
Greetings from Los Pecados. The best is yet to come.
Initiate retreat. The enemy has slain the turtle. Initiate retreat. Okay.
To battle is to appraise your enemies, just with different instruments. Nothing and no one deceives my eyes. That's underwhelming.
Enemy has been slain. Double kill. Well played.
sweat.
Ally has been slain. Ult is not ready. Killing spree. Attack. Gather up the
Hey,
turtle.
not bad.
Face me.
Ult is ready. Okay.
They put a price tag on everything in Los Pecados. I'm not doing this for nothing.
Request backup.
Greed will be the doom of House Vance.
Mega kill. Request backup. The enemy has slain the turtle. Okay. Ally has been slain. Okay, Q. Enemy
Trust
missing.
my eyes. Greetings from Los Pecados.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Single-handedly.
Destroy the turret.
No sweat.
Ult is not ready.
Face me.
Your team destroyed a turret. Our turret has been destroyed.
The best is yet to come.
Enemy missing. Our turret is under attack.
Not all worth can be quantified.
Unstoppable. Down. Enemy rampage. Initiate retreat. Let's get the Lord.
Greetings from Los Pecados.
Request backup. Request backup. Not ready.
No sweat.
Request backup. Ult is not ready.
Single-handedly.
Okay.
That's underwhelming.
Hey, not bad.
I'm not doing this for nothing.
Good game.
can't afford to miss any clue.
Our turret is under attack.
Face me!
Killing spree. Enemy has been slain.
The best is yet to come.
Mega kill. Your team destroyed a turret. Heal the damage dealer.
They put price tag on everything in those Picados.
Ult is not ready. Protect damage dealers. Enemy has been slain.
Greetings from Los Picados.
Ult is not ready.
That's underwhelming. I can't afford to miss any clue.
Killing spree. Let's get some more. Gather up the Lord.
No sweat.
Slain an enemy.
Face me!
You destroyed a turret. Request backup.
Greetings from Los Picados.
An ally has slain Lord. Okay. Request backup.
Face me! Cross my eyes.
Mega kill.
No sweat.
Your team destroyed a turret. Your team destroyed a turret.
I'm not doing this for nothing. The best.
Initiate retreat. Protect damage dealers. Unstoppable. Well played.
That's underwhelming. Single-handedly.
Request backup.
That's underwhelming. No questions asked. No secrets told.
Initiate retreat. Turret is
Greetings
under
from
attack.
most Pakatos.
Our turret is under attack. Slain.
Nothing and no one deceives my eyes.
Gather at the Lord. Battle fell into round.
Not all worth can be qualified.
Enemy has been slain. Well played. Our turret has been the battle fell into. An ally has slain Lord.
What a sham. Single-handedly. That's underwhelming.
Your team destroyed the Victory!
Oh, fuck.
Echo or is it Onyx?
Seriously, it's hard to Kyrie Fanny, kalau dia snowball in early, pasti manang. Tapi kalau 50-50, Onyx bisa kalah.
It all relies on Kyrie snowballing in the start. If they get the snowball going, they will win on it. But if it's 50-50 in the mid game, Echo will take over.
Because it's hard to, right now, Fanny so hard to snowball right now in early game. Because of the Dreadnought and other itemization, right?
Man, it's great having professional players on the table. Thank you so much, Dalar here. Thank you for giving your insights for this game. But I think everybody is ready. Leo, would you like to take us in to the Land of Dawn?
I would love to. It's time for what many would call a grand finals worthy matchup. It's game one between Echo and Onyx.
Oh, I think I gotta agree with Delar. Surely We did say that they will let go of the Fanny at most, and the Hayabusa definitely going to be banned out. It's exactly what happened. The Kaja is prepared for this Fanny. The only reason why they would let this, they would still get the Fannies because the carry eventually was picked up. So there's a lot of like battle between the junglers now, and I just love the fact that both teams gave us a first pick last pick Fanny, carry versus Kaltizi. This is like Christmas for me.
This is an anime in the making. It's
bookending
the start of what could be a five-game series.
Hopefully it is. Hopefully it does go 5 games. Because if I can curse something, I won't curse the teams. I'll curse that it's going to be 3-0. To make it 3-2, I'm going to try to reverse the odds right now. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it's how it works. But, you know, Leo, Wolf, there's something that, you know, good junglers have in common. They all have K as their initial letter. Like Kyrie, Kyle TZ,
Cleo,
Kyle TZ, Cleo, Kirko, Cool,
Clefel,
Kolba Zane.
Okay. Oh, but
that's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
But they will, definitely.
They will.
I'm expecting a lot of anime moments in this game 1. And this, if anything, this is Echo Express.
This is definitely Echo Express. All of the ingredients are there. You have Yaoi's setup hero. It's not an AoE setup. This is a snag. You have the Kaja together with Farsa. So you already have the burst. And the thing is, they have low cooldown ultimates as well. Maybe the longest one probably is the Divine Judgment. But the entirety of the kit that you have from Echo, spammable. All of them, right? So that's it all fits the bill. While for the side of for the side of Onyx, very, very dependent on ultimates.
With that being said, it's a counter start for both of our junglers, the GOAT and the One. Orange for Kairi, Carl TZ go for purple here.
Early start, again, it's just the orange buff. It's a very unique path that Kairi's segment in the bottom lane. This is something we don't see a whole lot of. Boots already winning in lane early on the glue matchup against the Lapu.
Well, Dilar did mention that you gotta watch out for Boots and Chewe. Here in mid, it's a little Wanderer take for Onyx, so already looking good in this rematch coming in from M4.
Okay, we're seeing a few trades as well, but honestly, Wolf, anything interesting when it comes to the emblems or talents here?
Not so much. I guess the Magic Worship has been, onto the Farsa has been getting a lot of attention. Now Sanji is going to be picking it up. You have to worry if you're the Claude, get hit by 2 Feather Destruct. In the late game, you might die.
Oh. So, again, it's clear there's not much that Echo are hiding. As for Onyx, we can see that maybe if Keyboy doesn't find a good catch, then they can re-engage. I think that's one trait that Onyx has, is the re-engage. They're not as reliant on the all-in as Echo is.
That's very true. Maybe they will find their opening. Eventually, the CW would have a great time.
There you go, Kyrie jumping in all the way, deep down, but Kyrie's gonna fall here. He's gonna go for the cables. The fadeaway should not be able to kill him right now, but that was real close, so close. A bit too close for comfort.
What a pilot episode in our anime between Kairi and Carl TZ, right? The hot start there, a close call. Turtle already up. Carl TZ and Sanford on.
The Turtle, that's going to be Boots, trying his best to look for it, but Sanford finds first blood, and it's Echo on the board with the first Turtle. Kyrie with the invade already right now has Retribution advantage, but Yaoi's walking back in. Divine Judgment's right there, but the Cable actually saves him for a bit. Kyrie able to steal away the purple from the Cable's there, but Carl's chasing him down. Flicker out, Sans has stolen the Divine Judgment. They pull back, they do not want to stay too long.
Now, Kyrie is playing so aggressively. This is, typically I know Kyrie is not an aggressive kind of guy, especially with the Fanny. Surely he get kills and he will die for sure, but it's not like aggressive.
Wait.
Oh, yes, Keyboy.
Oh, yeah,
it's fine.
Nice.
He knows it.
You were saying?
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie is more of a calculated aggressor. He waits for his time, but this time it seems like there's no wait on Kyrie. This love myself era is totally different.
Definitely, it seems like what happened yesterday and how he was after that sweep against EVOS Legends is propelling him forward. This is momentum on the One. Looking at their items here, it looks like Boots built
been
the
done
warrior
with,
boot, so he
they-
understands that,
they-
yeah, this is Echo Express. I have to accept that these basic attacks are gonna hurt. There's a pull!
Fine judgment, locking them down. Kyrie picks up the kill with that Master Assassin emblem. Clean combo gets them on the board, equalizing the kill score 1-1.
And they spot Boy. Bouncing ball on through. Phantom execution. Oh, here comes Chewe.
Are we just putting a spotlight on Kyrie for the past 3 minutes? I guess that Karthis has been very quiet, only getting the turtle, but it was even uncontested. So this is scary though for Onyx because it means that this Karthisi treat is just going to be boiling for now. And when it does pop, you're going to be ready if you're Onyx.
I mean, you don't last this long in the realm of MLBB sports if you don't have patience, right? We've seen Carl Thiese through his child prodigy era. We've seen him through the tank jungler era. And now we've come full circle. He's back on the Lancelot starting this turtle.
Purple buff ready, Keyboy now with counter measure.
At the race, it's going to be flickering. That's Kyrie who picks up the kill on the go.
Red tree on point. Kyrie picks up the turtle right now. Sanford's going to be engaged on. Boots bouncing him up, bringing him back. Feathered airstrike coming out to deal some damage back also. But Keyboy finds a good time's revenge to cancel that feathered airstrike up. Good trade from Echo though. They're already looking to rotate around, mirroring Onyx up top.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a tug of war. The first turtle going in favor of Echo uncontested. Are we going to see through the replay how Onyx managed to get the turtle and get the kill onto Karthisi. And there are so many other ingredients that's very important here. Look at the positioning of Boots and Keyboy's timing. Pops the ultimate, no save whatsoever from Echo. The burst was there with Suns as well as Kyrie just throwing everything onto Karthisi. Even a Tanksalot will not survive that kind of burst down coming out from Onyx.
It's just the same. You have to admire the discipline, the trigger discipline of Echo, because just any other mid laner might have popped the feathered airstrike there and still died.
Yeah.
And then Sanji and Sanford, they understood, like, yo, this is not a fight we should be taking. Let Kyrie have this time. We'll try to bounce back. So, yeah, this is a clear win for Onyx, who's up ahead now by about 400, 500 gold.
This is a very sketchy situation. Both flickers are up. GW pressing the flicker onto him, but that's going to be the lockdown as well. Sans not able to respond it over. Sanji with the burst, taking CW down. And that is the Echo precision. Fast-paced combos. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, a little bit of a skirmish between the one and the goat.
Yeah. How much damage do you want?
Yes. Echo read through that, though. Onyx, for sure that there will be a movement onto Chewe's lane, the gold lane, and Echo also have 2 people in there. It was a 3v3. It seems like they don't know that that's happening. At least they don't have the confirmation. But understanding the pattern of the opponent, they know that's happening.
That's a fadeaway as well. Kyrie's still able to escape for now, but the fadeaway is going to hit him, and it's going to be the kill. Benny picks it up. The feather airstrike locks Keyboy down as Yaoi puts some slow onto him. Carl with the phantom execution onto the back right now. The Thorn Rose as well, but he does not find a connection on those skills. But Echo have gone back the gold lead as the turtle spawns.
What a conceal coming out from... from Keyboy to get out, but definitely Echo winning that fight, knocking down the Fanny. Big props to Sanji actually connecting on the curse, and then he gets the stun afterwards.